I do not live in hope. I work to return it.
As always, want to show some love for your passion, for keeping us honest.
Welcome back.
We might be working on this game.
You won't be here
Now,
long.
in January, we'll be back to talk more about Season 1.
My mic was muted the whole time.
We learned a lot this year about.
I basically said, I watched like somewhat halfway of the video. I was like, hold on, I gotta react to this. This shit kinda bussin'. Also, I forgot to turn this on. It is a reaction. Might as well get to see my black ass. So, let's see what they got in store for us then. And hey, Drew.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as...
Hope the sound is good.
Today is October
Think it
30th,
is.
which is a bit earlier than usual for all. But for now, let's get into it.
We learned a lot this year about seasons. Many of you liked what came with the themes, the map art updates, metagames, new champions, and champ updates overall, for example. But we also saw that if we lean
More champ
too
updates.
hard into a region, it could feel very one note, especially when it comes to skins. And as it turns out, there is too much of a thing like Noxus.
A lot of red and black.
Yeah.
So, we'll continue
much
to
red.
find the right balance for thematic seasons.
Red is my least liked color.
Speaking
So.
of which, it's time to talk about Season 1 of 2026. For this, we wanted a contrast from 2025, with its ancient danger, a dark end, and quite a bit of scheming throughout. So
Say
next,
no
we
more.
want to kick things off with themes of unity, hope, and justice, with a drop of righteous judgment thrown in there. For good.
You mean fascism? Demacia! Sure.
So,
Demacia's very
that means
fascist, they're just
precise
racist.
Gold
or
and blue
hypocrites.
accents on the map,
I still like
as
them.
well as some Demacia-themed skins, including some champions reimagined
Nautilus.
as Demacians,
Cho'Gath.
with plenty of non-Demacia
Mommy
skins
Ghana.
for some variety.
That also
that,
means that the yearly cinematic in
Broken
January will
Covenant?
feature Demacian champions. We're going back to old school Demacia this time, back in time to what some might consider the golden
Where's
age of
Shyvana?
Demacia, when it was a beacon of hope and a bastion of justice.
Where's my big
Hey,
bad
Andre,
dragon?
are we forgetting something?
I don't think so.
You sure?
Nah, yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to drag on.
Anyway,
Dragon.
we have a range of
Fucking
Summer's
dickheads.
Rift changes that the team will talk about in a moment. And this year, we'll also talk about some updates to Swift Play. With that, we're going to hand it over to Riot and Step and Freak, who will walk you through some
shoot,
of the
I
Summer's
forgot to
Rift
do
changes coming in
one thing.
January.
Hey everyone, I'm Riot and Step.
Join me,
And we're
brother.
here to talk to you about the Summoner's Rift gameplay changes coming in January.
Just freak!
Over the last few years, League has been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives.
An
Fighting
understep.
around grubs, dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or
I
dragons.
believe he was the one
And
that
while we
did
know
the
5v5s make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back
Rengar
towards a state where more strategies like splitting or
recoding.
sieging are more
Unless I'm
viable.
wrong.
So we're making some changes to major neutral objectives, towers, and minions in order to do just that.
Yes,
Additionally,
sir.
We're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game.
Lies.
Because right now, some lanes are much better at turning a winning
Top lane
into a winning
impact.
game.
We
Is
also
a
have
thing.
some delightful improvements, so let's get started.
That's a joke.
The first thing you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We want to reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and
So I
basic
can't-
jungle camps first
I can't
spawn
go
35
pee?
seconds earlier than they do today. You'll
35
still be able to
seconds.
pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
I like
We're also making some
decisiveness.
changes to vision. It's an incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized
Guess
by
invades will be
supports,
shorter, though.
sometimes by junglers. We want to make effectively warding the map
Yorick
easier to learn
warding?
for everyone, and
I
give
would never.
opportunities and power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
So,
Yes.
we're adding Phalites, locations that grant
Push
temporary
it.
bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot. Some Phalite
fuck
rings
do
will
they
be
do?
available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms,
That's bonus
particularly
vision.
those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives. Otacon was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique
grubs was
objective to
better.
fight over. That said,
But
it contributed
grubs.
to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as an issue, and we agree. We wanted to alleviate this over time. We had removed the second form of Otacon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Otacon out of the game. That includes Blood Roses and the petals with them.
But farming
That's it.
roses was
Let us
fun.
know what you think about limited time gameplay changes and if there's
Fair
something
enough.
you'd like to see more of.
But back to Otacon, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn time. going back in.
Additionally,
Plus.
we're making all epic monsters more durable, especially late game dragons.
20
as we get
minutes.
closer to Dragon
Baron
Soul.
is so
That
beautiful.
should make it so that it's easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters, or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally,
Nice.
we're also removing feats of strength from the game. We like to push teams to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better gameplay systems that allow for
I'm
players
getting
to have
tired of
more
feats
individual
of strength.
agency over their games. With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold
Bot
rewards
lane
for
gets
first blood and
warfare
first time.
almost every fucking game
Another way we're
because 2
looking
people
to
die.
improve sieging is with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up
Demolish?
on towers over several
Mention?
minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much
Bus?
have accumulated.
Yo, that was
This
plate.
should help enable pushing windows in more situations,
On tier
even
2?
if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS.
Money moves?
Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
You love 3-hit.
3-hit combo?
Turret
Buff?
plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently, and
Titanic
be
Hydra
added
stonks?
to inner and inhibitor towers as well. We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing, no matter what state
My
the
team
turret's
kinda flame
in,
me
we'd
for
like
getting
to
money
find
now.
some gold by
Bless.
taking aggressive actions. We're
Probably
not
gives less
adding
gold,
more
I
to the map
imagine.
With these changes, instead we're going to be basically
Maybe
spreading
plates
out the
only get
current
50
gold
now.
filling a tower and
40.
spreading it across the plates.
To further
don't know.
facilitate pushing, we're
Still
ramping
nice.
up minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets.
So
We're
more
also
access to
adjusting
my
the game's
pets?
home guards to swiftly take you to your most
God
pushed minion
damn.
wave in each lane.
I'm back God.
And finally, next
That was
turret will
a
respawn
long
with
ass-
partial health missing. We
Damn.
like that the respawn allows a team to hold their base for
Bless.
a while and not have to worry about getting
So if I give
backdoored
them
by a
back
Twitch,
shots, they'll
but
feel the
with a
recoil
full
of
health
it.
Respawn, it meant that it was
Nice.
honestly incorrect for a sieging team to finish killing the turret sometimes.
It did feel incorrect.
Now,
I'm like, well, I wasted my time. The tower just came back.
quests.
When you load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to jungle pet evolutions and the support
Power,
item
eh?
upgrades.
You'll
trio
progress
combo?
through quests
Exactly.
By killing minions, champions, plates, towers, or epic objectives. All the things you'd normally be doing in a game.
Yes, I
You'll
don't group
progress
though.
even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby.
How do I
So
get
if
these
you and a
rewards,
friend
my
or
good
a
friend?
stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade and champ select.
One of our goals with these
as you
role
should.
quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles, as they're
Yes!
the weakest. And as a result,
Top lane's
the
weaker.
quest rewards
Suck
are
my
going
dick.
to be comparatively stronger for them.
Hang in.
Now, let's get into the rewards, which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
Okay.
Historically, top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved,
No
even
impact.
if they won their lane. And that's something
No
we
impact.
would like to change this season.
Thank you.
Upon quest completion,
I love you.
top laners will receive pretty much summoner teleport for free on top of the 2 summoners they already chose.
Yo,
Now,
you
if
busting
take
with this
teleport
one.
In pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large.
So if I
healing
take
usage.
TP, I get a
In
big
addition to
shield.
getting
If I
a
don't,
functionally free
I
summoner
get
spell,
it.
top laners will also
Ghost
get a
TP
bunch of
back?
bonus XP up front, more XP from
Bro.
future sources.
I'll go
and
CP,
increased level
Ghost Ignite.
Now,
Maybe
to me,
Exhaust Ignite.
A
Kind of
huge
cheap.
variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both, like
Depends.
Malphite mid.
It's kinda
And
mid.
upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a faster recall.
Rounding it out for new quests in bot lane, we're gonna lean
Oh,
even
I'm
harder
guessing
into the
then
carry part of the
Baron
role.
boots
So
are
while
gone.
Top laners getting bonus XP. Bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold.
Baron
With
boots are
completing their
gone.
Quest, they get a lump sum of gold, increased gold from minions.
So
kills,
everybody's
and extra
Draven now?
champion assists for the rest of the game.
Nice.
And you might be asking, well then what do I do with all
Kinda.
this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full.
Also, I kinda missed it
legendary
there,
items
but
for extra
We
hard
gain
play
extra
games.
level?
Jungle and support already have quests and
Damn.
rewards, but we still wanted to take this opportunity to make some changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now, especially when it comes to early map influence, so we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears. to
80
give lane
carries
matchups
are
a
known.
little
Wait,
more
hold
time.
on. 80 carries are known to like selling their boots to just buy a 6th item, so that was a good thing. But the craziest thing that I somewhat got glossed over because I was bussing over towers.
It's a lot stronger.
And the
giving you
shield
a very, very
is-
large shield when you use it. In addition to getting a
But-
functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front,
Bonus
more
EXP?
from future sources, and an increased level cap.
Bitch, he turned level 19, bro. Like 2 more levels and he can legally drink. That shit's wicked work.
Now, we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted.
Yes.
We're
Wait.
far the strongest role in the game right now.
Say that shit
especially
again.
When it comes to early map influence, so we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give
By
lane
making them
matchups a
tankier?
little bit more time to play out uninterrupted. We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think support is.
I mean, it's
already
only
pretty
for
powerful.
my bad. It's only for 80 carries, right? The 7 items thing.
Has a very functional role quest, so we didn't want to directly increase
Well, no, they should get there more often if the game does go late game. Like how your 80 carry is close to 6 items. If they start gaining extra gold by the quest, then they'll finish the 6th item, and then, yeah.
power. With that in mind,
That'd be
we
the
wanted to
7th,
give them
I
quality of
suppose.
life-oriented upgrades, so we're giving them a new slot exclusively for control wards, discounts on control wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they
Discount
can
control?
keep pace a little better with the other roles.
Nice.
Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping. We'll be keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
The line swap thing is removed now.
All we have planned to make your campaign. We're gonna bring back a few items to the Rift for
It's easy, right?
each class
I'm coping.
to give them some shiny new toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
For
I
example,
saw that leak
we're
yesterday.
adding the new Scepter of Bonking for AP fighters, which will empower your Spellblade Bonk to double your on-hit effects.
Oh, I don't care. Unless double maiden proc? Fist stonks? But yeah, that percent max HP thing for some reason.
That's
Sally's passive bonk twice, maybe? Katarina? I don't know.
not the final name, is it?
Fuck. Oh no, Jocks, yeah.
I would like it, but no, we're probably gonna give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well,
Same.
anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a
Okay.
good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or
Sphere,
Say that
which
shit
will
again.
give you final. If you're an AD fighter without a
80 fighter without a good way to get on me.
good way to get Omnivamp,
Yorick?
you can grab
Blood Sphere.
which will give you some Omnivamp and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto
Maybe.
spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus damage and
Extra range on takedown, so... It's like a Magi's, but you gain range on takedown? Oh no. Caitlyn stonks.
base and how far away you are from your opponents.
We took a hard look
That's a sniper from TFT. Kek.
at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces. So we're hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items
Yo, Kindred about to get big horny. Holy. I do have to look on Twitter. Sorry, it's posting an item. Ooh.
that they can get excited
I will
about.
look then.
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back to 200%.
Huh?
All right. We know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks
Suspicious.
off.
And in case you're looking
Wait.
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back to 200%.
Was it 150?
We know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for
Interesting.
even more details or
Like the tower
insights
stuff?
on these changes, make sure to check out
Obviously.
the dev blog that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoner's Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pablo and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Excuse me. I don't smoke cocaine.
Okay, let's talk about ranked. This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection. And
Grief me.
more recently, we ran a
See
test
what
in late
happens.
September that reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks, in ranked, in EU West and Oceania. We want to double down on that work and make 2026 the best time.
Ah,
to play.
1.75.
So next year, we'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is visual rank disparity in lobbies as well. When players start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can feel particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play. So, we're adding a climb indicator to loading screens when the player's MMR is higher than their visible rank.
Bless! I always assumed they're a smurf or just... They didn't play a lot.
Let other players know that you're climbing
Usually
quickly
smurf.
and your displayed rank hasn't caught up yet.
We're also making changes to how flex and
Nice.
solo duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and say diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season,
Actual.
if your solo duo MMR is much higher than your flex MMR, the system should bring your flex rank a lot closer to your solo duo one.
Nice.
And that should mean flex matchups will feel a fair bit more balanced moving forwards.
Next, we're making changes to autofill. The reality of the league is that certain
Yeah,
roles are
Lord Sick.
substantially more popular than others, and having an autofill jungler versus a jungle main can feel like an auto loss. This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it or hold your lobby hostage in order to get you to dodge.
Yes.
When nobody likes queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer, and to reward you for sticking with the role you're assigned when you do get autofilled. First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players by role. So an autofilled jungler versus another autofilled jungler, for example. If it can't match by roles, it will then of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players on each team. We do
Good.
know
So
that
it wasn't doing that
that's
shit?
out. Once autofill games can still feel discouraging.
Almost
when
said
you play
something I
against a
should.
role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor. If you're autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
So for those of you who may
Wait, doesn't that mean like potentially you could just play for KDA a little bit, like just avoid deaths or bad things, but do the bare minimum to get a C? So if you lose, you won't lose LP, but if you win, like if you start winning, then you really start trying. I'm mostly thinking about like you can just deny yourself from not losing LP, but everybody else will. I'm not sure how they would measure KDA or stuff, but
main less
Thought.
popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis
I know they
benefit.
do, but now they have a reason to do it, because if you lose the same amount of appeal, whether you did good or bad. Now, if you're autofill, at least you won't.
At about the same rate as other players, because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue out. Forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players, because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving. Finally, we know how frustrating it is to be constantly returned to the queue because you get enchained dodges lobby after lobby. So
Yes.
we've made a few updates.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion, taking
Bless.
away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the match even starts.
So what if they hover a new champion? Because usually people just ban new champions, or sometimes even reworks. Like when, like, let's say like 2 weeks ago when Zan was like released. Whether you hover it or not, maybe your teammates don't want you to play it because you're too new at it. They don't want you to end. So they're likely to ban it even if you hover. Now they don't, and now your teammates are tilted because maybe you're still new at it. I'm just thinking of the bats of that's
Taking
it.
away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the match even starts. And then second,
That's already live. I knew that.
dodging a lobby
I don't ban people's
will
stuff.
no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby.
Oh, that's. I'll say
Lobby
that shit.
will no longer tilt off the planet before the match even starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby.
Pass me the fucking rope. Holy. I'm thinking of a friend, Germs. He plays AD carry, but he gets fill support often, which is his like secondary role, but it sounds kind of funny that he gets it very often. Technically it's not autofill though, because it's just a secondary. The secondary role count as autofill? Regardless. Sounds kind of fucked. That's like, I guess hop off the whole account, bro. Hop off the whole account. But if you hop off the whole account, it's not gonna reset, so the next time you play, it's still gonna be autofilled. Right? Damn, that's kinda cooked. Thank you for follow. BDN. Soon? I'm gonna say BDN.
We think that the Aegis of Valor should provide a solid reward for sticking around and trying. So, I mean, come on, it's double LP for a win, after all. And a Master and above,
You're trying to bargain me? Not us gambling in League now. We're really trying to make us enjoy gacha, huh?
autofill will count as a full loss.
We know that this is a pretty big
Master and above, dodging an autofill will count.
At Master and above, dodging on autofill will count as a full loss. And you still get autofilled, or what's going on?
As a full loss.
We know that this is a pretty big change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that this will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up,
I don't
we're
dodge
also
often.
speeding up Champs Life by cutting down on timers and animations, which should save about half a minute.
I see what you did there.
Yep, no, I did it.
And if that wasn't enough,
He
with
spucks
one
so
last rank
faster.
change, we're adding back duo queue to higher ranks, including Challenger in most regions. For so many
Most.
people, League is better with friends.
You
And in
don't
the past,
say.
we disabled duoing at Apex tier ranks because it so often led to rank manipulation. But, because of the improvements we mentioned earlier, as well as the ongoing work
Yes.
on boosting and ranked manipulation detection, we're confident that we can bring back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
So, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Spider object posted stuff.
Because I
No.
must.
Let's see. Hey yo. Morgana, Sona, the Milkers. Maybe be careful on my Twitter. Your tank item, Protoplasm Harness. Harness these nuts in your mouth. How about that? A lot of HP. 600. This is for all those dickhead supports that keep playing fucking Heartsteel support. They're probably gonna do it anyway. Taking damage that will reduce your health below 30%, causing you to gain 200 maximum health for 5 seconds. Styx gauge for supports, understandable. Then heal for 400, scaling off your level and resistance. Health over the duration. While regenerating health, you gain 15% increased size. Okay, erection. 10 more move speed. And tenacity. Okay, so they want him to either go in or go out. Probably mostly instant if they give him tenacity. So this is Styx gauge on like steroid. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Like what? Goodness gracious. Now why would I build this for support? Oh, it's just a new tank item. Oh. I just thought it was for support. For tank supports because the HP, but it's just for tanks. Scion? Could use it. I don't know if you would. No HP scaling on it, but it gives a lot of HP and haste. Interesting. Mundago dummy. Like he gets very low, he pops this. Ooh. Heartsteel, Warmogs, this item, but he doesn't have resistance. If he goes unending, which is armor only now, into Visage and this, so Heartsteel, unending versus AD, Visage versus AP, into this fourth item, he's wicked. Why am I making builds for Munda? Oh, somebody already mentioned it. Let's see, 80 ability power, 40 attack damage. That's a lot. Hello? For only 3,000 gold? 10 lifesteal. Active shock to target enemy, dealing damage killing per level and slowing them by 25% for 1.5 seconds. Yorick E. Kinda like the old one. Pass. And it has a passive 10. Bro, this shit needs to be 3,300. Hello? No. Big one. Sabot. Okay, wicked work. Dusk and Dawn, isn't that? That sounds familiar, I don't know. After casting an ability, your next attack deals machine damage on it and applies on it effects on an additional time. Okay. So AP Sheen for who? It has a lot of HP. Fighters? It does have one shot of attack speed. So it's on hit Sheen for AP with a lot of haste, but focus on hit rather than just burst. So this could work on Echo because he has an on-hit passive. So every time if he Qs you and you have one stack of his passive and he E's you, that's like an instant proc. because he will auto you twice. Diana's buff as well, because she'll just get on top of you with E, auto twice to stagger passive. Maybe Fizz, because he actually has an on-hit passive on, I think it's W. Interesting. Kaylin is there. Diana Echo. Heal, shield. That's a lot of mana. Oh, builds out a tier. Oh, okay. Tier AP item. Nice. Slowing or immobilizing an enemy grants the buff of aura farming for 8 seconds. The buff grants your 20 movement speed while you have the buff aura. Nearby allies, including yourself, gain 30% attack speed. So you stun somebody or slow somebody, and then you get the wig. Yo, Braum buff? Hold on. You land Q, you get the item quest of the support, the Slay, where you hit somebody and gain movement speed toward them. Have approach velocity, movement speed shard, Q them or ult them, then gain 30% attack speed. Holy Braum jungle. That's not exactly what I'm getting out of this, but it's good. Any tank could just CC somebody and use this, and there's a potential that there's some supportive tanks that could use this too. But good for supports regardless. Good. New talent, Bastion Breaker. No Halt Breaker. Shape Charge. Dealing ability damage to champions or epic monsters deals an additional 15 for range. 15 armor pen scaling. True damage. Okay, 20-second cooldown. So you can hit champions or epic monsters to deal an additional 15. That looks like armor shard. Taking down a champion within 3 seconds of damaging them with Grand Sabotage for 90 seconds. While you have Sabotage, your next attack against an epic monster or turret deals an additional 840 true damage over 3 seconds. So you can melt towers? Is this like Sanguine Blade? Potentially. Potentially this. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. It's right there. Could be this. Like, because it's a lethality, potentially objective focus or tower based item. Like Snooker items. X Optics C44. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo me vuelvo DJ? My bad. Foreign language. 50 AD, 25 critical chance, deal up to 10 increased damage with attacks based on how far the enemy is. Max damage is at 750 range. So you get this plus RFC and you just bust all over them. Sniper from TFT. When a champion that you damage within 3 seconds dies, gain 100 additional range for 6. What do you mean, mama? So that means fuck my life in my language, kinda, not really. Caitlyn is about to be a problem. Wait, Senna support with this? Third item or second? Vayne? Kindred? I don't want to think about it. I'm getting Tryndamere. Fuck. It always sounds good, and then you think of these cringe characters that exist in the game that work with crit, and you're like, fuck, it's broken now. I don't even want to read it anymore. But let's see the next one. These two items on Twitch, holy. Does he really need it? Wait, Jin? You just running with the Glock with extended range? Holy. Forgive me, 4% attack speed, 25% crit, 4% movement speed. So just attack speed. Gain 30 ultimate ability ace. Twitch? Fuck me. After casting your ultimate, your next 3 attacks gain 50% attack speed and critically strike for 75% of your normal critical strike damage for 8 seconds. If an attack would already critically strike, instead it deals 10% true damage. So you have 8 seconds of always critting, but you're only critting at 75% of your normal critical strike damage. So you're critting, but not as strong as you could. But you're 100% critting. So if you have a crit multiplier, but you like buying a lot of AD, and you're an ult base AD carry, this is wick. Wait, Tryndamere again! Fuck!
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I don't think he would build it. Like, it doesn't give AD, but like, he got movement speed on that shit, man. I mean, he already gains full crit when he's full fury, so I don't think he would buy it, but like, if he did buy it. Does Zeri enjoy crit? Yo, imagine this shit on Jinx while she does an ult start.
What? Bro, what are you talking
Who ults?
about, man?
Which AD carry starts their all in by ulting? Zeri does, Twitch does, Ashe sometimes, not really. Ooh, Yunara?
5 minutes later.
I don't want to look at this anymore. It's cringe. Let's get Vayne. Ooh, on hit Vayne with just did this as crit. It does. It has true damage too, so that skills with Vayne and Twitch because they both have true damage in their crit. This is wicked work. If Tryndamere mains finds the ways to use this, I don't want to live anymore. Solani's chain sickles are getting. We are getting this as another time. Does that mean she's not gonna be in the game? Fuck. Eternal Hunger. Eclipse build path, kinda. 60 attack damage, 5% Omnivamp, 20 tenacity. Bricked. Yasuo stop. Fuck, they just rush that shit for an item and then go full bruiser. I don't want to live. That's 8 seconds. No fight is gonna last 8 seconds if you're a crit carry. Kog'Maw, okay. It gotta have a bigger cooldown. I gotta go back. 45-second cooldown. Suck my dick. You can't do that shit 24/7. Where were we? Fucking exited. I forgot what the fuck we were. Famine. Gain ability haste. Oh, this is the item that we're talking about. Gain ability haste based on of your AD. Could we use this? I don't know. When a champion that you damage within 3 seconds dies, gain 50% Omnivamp for 8 seconds. So this is for those resetting AD carries that are not actual AD carries, like AD fighters. Like Fiora, Riven. Fuck. This much tenacity on Riven is gonna be crazy work. Some characters they get in, but they get blown up because of CC. Now with tenacity and Omnivamp, they could just come back. That's wicked work. Could we use it on Yorick? Potentially. Do we use it? I'm not sure. It's 5% Omnivamp, and you have to kill somebody to gain 50% Omnivamp. And this Omnivamp isn't saying that it hates pet users, so usable. Would I use it? Probably not. Okay, seems like that's about it. Tripletting is not permanent, will be added to inner and inhibitor. Big. New siege mechanical crystalline growth will act similarly to demolish, while the module is getting reworked into a 3-hit passive. I'm guessing a 3-hit passive with a cooldown, maybe shorter cooldown since it like has a conditioner. But our 3-hit combo with Titanic should benefit from this, so I can't be too mad. So despawn 35 seconds sooner. They usually spawn at 1 minute 30, so now they spawn at like 0.55. Location I got temporary vision bonus Occasionally grant temporary bonus vision to wards. Okay, so more vision, I guess. I gotta see it. Get the fuck out. I didn't like it. Barrel back at 20. Bless, you know how many times I've taken all the silent towers and I gotta wait 5 minutes for this fucking dickhead to spawn and then wait for Baron to come back? This is a blessing. Multiple dragons and remove feats. I like it. Dragons tankier. Buys more time split pushing. That's why I'm happy. Shyvana teaser for a season 1. Yeah, they made a pun. Skins. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They said they added items for each role, so AP, support, assassin-esque. This one is interesting, but it's not that good because it's mostly like you kill somebody and then you can clap their tower because they're gone. Usually there's nobody there when I'm sieging. But it is an option for lethality if you want to buy it. Is this the only bruiser item? I think so. This one is kinda one, but not fully. Actually, none of these items were, I think, bruiser mentioned, except for this one, because the only thing that's good on this for bruiser is the Omnivamp and Tenacity outside of the AD, because usually the last time they touched fighter items, they gave them all HP. They wanted HP to be effective on them. And there's none with HP here, outside of the AP fighter item here. Yeah. And sub video. Oh, does he go over more items?
Okay.
Holy! 2 hours?
I thank you for your service.
I don't got time for that again.
The One Piece is real! Water for the living, shovel for the dead.